Screensavers.com, the replacement screen video for a HP Pavilion G7 17.3 inch LCD HD screen. First you take out the battery so that you don't have any electrical systems running. Flip it over and open it up. We're going to need a sharp tool, razor or knife, to take out the plastic covers for the plastic bezel screws, like so. Remove those, keep them separate, and then we're going to remove the screws to the plastic bezel. A little knife or a pair of tweezers would be in order at this point to take out the screws. They're very testy. Be sure to keep all your screws in separate piles and remember where they go. It's easier to mark or label them. Next, you're going to remove the plastic bezel of the front of the LCD screen using either a pick or a sharp-edged knife, but you run along the top, starting from the top first, and when you hear the pops, that's a good sign. After removing the plastic snaps along the edge of the plastic bezel of the front cover of the LCD screen using either a pick or a hard plastic sharp piece, or even a small knife or your fingernails, just run across the edges as you hear the snaps come around. It's easier to start from the top and snap your way all the way down to the bottom. And oftentimes when you get to the bottom it gets stuck, so you just pull it forward and use a hard plastic piece on the bottom seam of the laptop screen right here until you feel it all snap all the way out. Keep it separate and remove the front bezel. Now we have the LCD screen open, and we're going to want to remove the top brackets and the bottom brackets first. These are standard small heads Phillips screw. Remove the top first. And be sure to keep these bracket screws separate so that you can replace the right screws to the right positions. And all four bracket pieces, top and bottom, will be exactly the same screw. Now, after we remove the four bracket screws, we're going to pull the screen slightly out, and we're going to remove the side LCD screws. These also require only a small tipped Phillips screwdriver. These are a little bit tighter than the other screws, but be diligent and they will come out. These are much smaller than the bracket screws, so you can't confuse the two. There's going to be 2 on both sides. And hold on to the LCD screen because you do not want it to fall forward and rip the connector cord to the PC. Now, just lay the computer screen down gently. You're going to have one strip connector to the back. Remove the tape. And then pull the connector cord backwards. There's going to be a little bit of adhesive residue here. Just be very careful not to damage the cord. Now we have completely removed the broken screen. We have a replacement 17.3 inch LCD HD screen. Remove the plastic and the tape. It's going to be a beautiful glossy finish to replace the old screen. Now work your way backwards, connecting the connector by sliding it forward until you hear a snap and see it seamlessly together. Okay. You should be able to see no space between the connectors. Now, place it back into the brackets and slowly screw back in the side brackets. Stop. Now I've replaced the 4 top and bottom bracket screws and am now preparing to replace the plastic bezel, which is the last part of the puzzle. Snap it on all the way around. Make sure that it's flawlessly seamed by checking the edges and the back here, which is oftentimes needed to be snapped on from behind. And voila, you have your screen replacement. After replacing the last two bezel screws and putting the covers back on, your screen is now complete.